After 22 years on the radio, we couldn't stay quiet for long.
We're Lori and Julia, still loud.
Pop culture, gossip, books, TV, music.
And probably a little too much laughter.
Let's do this.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. This is Lori and Julia, and we are still loud. And Lori just said she's sweating like a whore in church. You just missed that. So say hello, Miss Lorene.
Hello. I'm just fresh from the airport, and Seattle was like 60s. And
Really?
then, it's nice and warm here. So I was just like,
beautiful.
But not to worry, because I'm refreshed from flying home in my upgraded seat to first class, and
For God's
recruited a
sakes.
lady from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to listen to our pod.
You did. Did you put it actually on her phone how to listen? Because I feel like we have to
She
take every single
took
step.
notes.
She did.
She took notes. She knows how to listen to pod. She goes, that sounds like a great show. I said, it is a great show, and welcome to the program.
And do we have a name? Should we give her a shout out if she's going to be listening today? I always take a name. Can't be bothered.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I was earlier today. I was baking with my K lady, who's blind basically, and we were talking, and then I was telling her about the wedding. And after we made chocolate chip cookies that look so good, but I can't even take them
Yum.
for Jeff. She goes, take them for Jeff, and I'm like, no, because I'll eat them because Jeff's up at the cabin. I'm like, no, I can't have them. And she's laughing, and I said, you know who you would get a kick out of is my Lori. And I was just telling her how much a kick she'd get out of you, because there's no one better to sit next to you at events than you. Because you do all the dialogue, the running dialogue about what's going on, and make up stories. And I was listening to all the things
I
that
love
you're
to
telling.
make up stories.
You do. And I was listening to all the stories you're telling my kids' fiancés, and I'm thinking, I already know that they're all BS, pretty much. But they don't know that yet. And it's just so funny watching.
Not all of them, Julia.
Well, but a huge amount. And just watching the awe and wonder of those kids. And you missed the shower. That was this weekend for Lauren, that my sister-in-law and Bill's new wife, Michelle, had, which was absolutely lovely. And
Good.
we're getting in the wedding
not
season.
good that I missed it, but it was a
No,
great shower. Yes,
it was a
we
great
are.
shower. We're getting in the wedding
You'll
season.
appreciate this story. You'll
Okay.
appreciate this story. So I went to a thing called the Diamond Ball with my main sister, and it was a fundraiser for the food bank and the outreach program for homeless in the Des Moines area, and
Of not Des
so
Moines, Iowa, Des Moines,
anyway, in
Washington.
Yeah. And the theme was sparkles. Now, I just had casual clothes, so I managed to rustle up some sparkly stuff, necklaces from my mom, had some track pants, had kind of a cute jacket, but everyone else was in sequin dresses and bountiful cleavage, and just really, and I'm like Sporty Spice over here in my sparkly necklace. So I started telling, people were like, and what do you do in Minnesota? And I'm like, I'm a professional wrestler.
Wow. That's where you go.
And the best thing was, people believe
you. I'm telling you, it's you spin it and you own it, and suddenly everyone's in. It kind of works.
Yeah.
I love it. That's so much better than the artificial bull inseminator, which never made sense. The sperm inseminator that you used to do into bulls, which were already male. That was always the problem with that story.
Right. Well, people had to really be listening closely.
I did,
To
and I'm
pick up
like,
on that
why don't
line.
they understand that this is, she's putting sperm into a male. That usually doesn't happen. Half the story is wrong. So you're a wrestler. Are you getting that from Margot Has Money Troubles? Getting excited about the wrestling stuff?
Possibly that's where that lingered in my head, was watching that show. I also watched so much sports with my mom.
Okay.
We watched the Stanley Cup. We watched the Belmont Stakes. We're watching the Mariners, number one in the West.
Are they? Okay, fun.
We watched basketball. Yeah, there's
basketball.
Mariners,
Did you watch last night's
so
game?
I'm like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wanted the Knicks to win so bad.
They got jinxed, and that's all it is. And
they got jinxed.
I'm in love with Wemby though,
too
for the
tall.
Spurs.
He's like, what is he,
He's
7?
so tall. 4.
7'4". I
He's
mean,
7'4". The average height of a basketball player in the NBA is 6'7". So, and he plays like a guard and a center, and he gives the best answers when they do interviews. He's just, I don't know. I love
he
him.
seems like a good kid, doesn't he? Yeah, he really does.
Yeah.
He really does.
Yeah.
And I was even thinking you were going to take it one step further because I watched a little bit of the Hulk Hogan documentary on Netflix, which was kind of interesting.
How was that?
It's kind of interesting. Hearing his story, I mean, just a little bit. I watched a little bit of it because I didn't know a
Yeah.
lot about him, but all of the merchandising that he did, how he kind of took wrestlers into this celebrity stage. So that was interesting. Boy, he had every
To make
how,
money so they could
yes,
make more money.
yes, but that wasn't done before him, so that was kind of interesting.
Cool.
But so
Yeah.
you had fun with your mom and everything.
Had fun with my mom. I was, did some cleaning. My nice sister and I did all of her flower pots. So she's got pretty flowers going on in the front and the back. And she's just, it was just nice, but it wasn't like warm weather. They're going to get warm weather. It was just, kind of typical Seattle-ish weather in the 60s.
We've had
Didn't really go past the 60s.
Beautiful
Yeah,
weather.
but it was fine. We watched a great TV show, Big Mistakes.
Oh,
with Dan Levy, from Schitt's Creek. He co-created it with Rachel Sennett. And
what is it about?
it is hilarious. I would call it a comedy crime caper.
Okay.
Each episode, there's 8. They're like maybe a half hour. I think the last one was like 40 minutes.
Okay.
It's about this brother and sister. He's a pastor and how they accidentally get involved in the mob and having to do crime. And Laurie Metcalf is their mom, who's running for mayor. And she just won the Gotham Award for Best Actress in a limited series for playing the mom on this show. It's, if you just need a funny show that's laugh out loud, Big Mistakes. And I think it came out in March, and there were just so many shows I think that we were watching.
I think
that
I
I
peeked
just didn't
at
have
it,
time.
but I didn't go back. Yeah.
I thought my mom could use like a little, lift me up, and we could watch a funny show. And yeah, we really gave it 2 big thumbs up.
That is so good because I tapped into it, left, need to go back. And your theory about me and my big peasant arms, because I'm Italian and I'm from the villages of Italy, and how I have the arms of a peasant and I'm out working the fields, it's come true. That is now my life because I think I raked up extra large garbage bags, 12 of them of pine needles. Jeff, my Sherpa husband, we were lifting the boulders to put down to replace the frontage. You wouldn't believe, we think we've used 2 tons already that he has carried down the 30 flights of stairs. Yeah, you wouldn't believe. So we are just workers. We just work.
Kind of a turn on.
Well, he's so strong.
It's like that.
I can't even lift really one, Lori, and he takes them in a bucket down the steps.
How
everything.
exciting!
It's starting. Yeah. I mean, this project that we've taken on for 2 years, it feels like we might be getting a little closer, but I do like to work the land. That is my mission. I could work in the fields. So it really was probably part of my past life. I enjoy being outside. You know what I watched is the Jennifer Lopez new rom-com with Brett.
We did too.
Okay.
I did too.
Amy Sedaris was on Watch What Happens Live because she's in it. With her brother David Sedaris a couple nights ago, and I just
a lot of great little cameos in Office Romance.
So many great cameos, and I thought it was good. Did you like it? It's a rom-com.
Yeah. Yes. Well, Betty Gilpin steals the show, and we know Betty Gilpin from Nurse Jackie, Glow. She makes a 1-episode appearance in Widow's Bay, which is phenomenal, but she steals the movie. the only thing I did not like about Office Romance, and this is going to sound bonkers, I did not like the swearing. I thought it was funny, the whole "see you next Tuesday," because the character played by Brett Goldstein is an English guy, and they do use the word "see you next Tuesday" as a form of endearment and an insult. It's
And
very
in
British.
England,
I thought that was funny, but
I did too. I didn't notice the swearing, Lori.
all of the swearing that Jennifer Lopez does with the F word takes away from the rom-com thing. Like, my mom would jump. There were so
Isn't
many
that funny?
F-bombs, and I
Okay,
don't
I didn't even think of that.
like swearing as pretending
sport.
to be witty. To be witty, like,
It's not your
instead of
filler
dialogue.
word.
Like, there
It's
was
not. Yeah.
It's not. And my mom was like jumping. And so that was
Interesting.
the part for me. Like, I thought, I wish they would have had crisper, hard hitting dialogue instead of being lazy and waiting for the F bomb. I thought the funniest line in the movie was when they were on the little beach and she wipes off the sand and she says, "There's so much sand on my bottom. If you turn me upside down, you could tell time, or it would be like a sand time clock." But
Yeah.
they had good chemistry, and I liked that they showed, two people in their 50s that were, having this romance, but it was kind of rom-com tropey. It didn't break anything. And Brett is not a Hugh Grant or a Colin Firth. He doesn't have that British debonair charm. There's something lacking for me about him as a leading man.
And I did not notice one swear word. Really, seriously, Laurie.
Oh my gosh.
Which is so weird, but I might have,
and Jennifer Lopez doing
I mean,
most
that's
of it.
so unusual because I, like you, don't like it. I love to swear, but I try not to. But I hear you with that one when it's just too much that it bugs you. I was probably reading a book at the same time, a good book, which I forgot. I finished Tomorrowland, that book. I liked it. I
Did
just
you like
liked
it?
it. I thought it was fine. I finished Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
I mean, I give it a B.
Yeah, it's a B.
I give it a B.
It's a B.
It's a B, and it's just know that if you watch it with anybody young or older that doesn't like swearing, that there's like F-bombs every other minute in that movie.
I'm surprised
and by
I didn't
Jennifer
notice.
Lopez.
Yes. I didn't like her makeup, but whatever. She's beautiful. She is beautiful.
Yeah.
The camera likes her.
And I saw her on
more.
Watch What Happens Live with Betty Gilpin wearing Seinfeld's pirate shirt. I'm always amazed when anyone wears the pirate shirt.
I love a pirate shirt.
I think only Prince can get away with that.
Yes.
He's the only one who looks really great in a white ruffled high neck shirt. But
Or 1970
she did have
proms.
a cool outfit on.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's beautiful.
Yeah,
You're the
yeah.
1970s prom shirts with all the stuff. Okay.
And then my brother and I went and saw the big movie that is
what was the big movie?
The Buzz.
Obsession?
It's A24. It was released by A24. No, didn't see Obsession. It's now their highest grossing film, beating Marty Supreme. It's over 200 million. And it's the YouTube kid. I think his name is Kane Smith. He's 20. And it's called Back Rooms with Chiwetel Ejiofor and Renata. I can't think of her last name. She was in Sentimental Value. She was nominated. She was on many a red carpet last season. And it is, I had 4 jump scares.
Is it a scary
You know what
show?
that is?
Well, you just jump up and you're scared.
I yelled out loud in the theater 4 times. And when it was over, I looked at my brother and I said, I'm going to have to Google what all of this meant. Because it's basically this guy in a furniture store who discovers a wall he can go through. And there's what they call liminal rooms, where each room leads into another room. And it is very tense. It is very original.
Okay.
Obviously people are going to it. It's over 200 million, and
I saw that.
A24's highest grossing movie. That and Obsession, which is the other scary one. And I think it was made for like $5 million. And it was
So it's a
clever.
horror.
It was original.
It's a horror movie. It's a scary movie.
It's very much
Okay.
a horror movie. And wow, the last 15 minutes are just, you're on the edge of your seat, sweating with your feet in the chair because you don't know what is happening. It is I've never imagined, I could have never imagined that would be scary. And
Okay.
then some of the,
Okay,
it's
but
wild.
what do you
It was a
give it?
wild movie.
Like,
I
how
think
many
your
points?
boys would like it. Well, I would give it 3 stars. My brother would give it 1.5 out of
Okay.
4. He did not like it. He did not like it at all, but he's
picky.
he is a fussy movie guy. He's real picky.
He's picky. Okay, so because I saw that this movie, I saw it on the Hollywood Reporter day that it made all this money, and I'm like, what's the name of it? Backroom. I'd never see it.
Backrooms.
I'll never see it.
No.
No desire. No desire, because Widow's Bay, which you told us to watch on Apple Plus, that is a treat.
Good.
I'm loving that.
Isn't that good?
Yes. That is a unexpected, weird, funny, horror, weird, great, clever show. I love it.
It is.
And it's
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Lori, and I love all the old actors. I mean, you really see some people you haven't seen for a long time in movies. I love that they're honoring these older actors in cameos in like Widow's Peak, in an Office, whatever that Office Romance. I love it.
Office Romance. Yeah, because, what's his name? Bradley Whitaker was in it. Roger Bart from Desperate Housewives.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
it was fun. Edward Olmos.
yes.
That actor. Yeah. So there was there were some great cameo appearances in Office Romance.
Very fun.
So I can see why it went right to Netflix, not a movie theater. Yeah. That didn't deserve a movie theater.
In the last one she did with Owen Wilson, it would have bombed. I know, you're right. But I still enjoy anytime anyone attempts a rom-com. I'm very happy. Let's think.
Yes, we want more rom-coms.
I love them. All right, let's thank a couple of our sponsors, shall we?
All righty,
okay.
let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's talk about Twin Cities Closets. Lori, it's a big week for you, I know, with the Closet Company.
Next week.
It's
Wednesday.
Next week. Okay, so
next Wednesday.
We're delighted that they sponsor us. And it's tcclosets.com is their website, but their company name is Twin Cities Closet Company. And it's a family-owned and operated business with everybody is employed full-time. They're installers, the people who do the construction of the closets, they're designers. And they work with high-end product. They make everything right here in the Twin City area. And also, they're big in our community. So it's always good to do business with people who do business around here. But they're cutting edge with their lighting. They have unique lighting that you can take bars of lighting and put at different places. The way that they make their drawers with this dovetailing where everything kind of fits together like a puzzle piece, a corner puzzle piece, that's amazing. And they listen to you, and they're smart, and there's no job that's too small. And they'll come to your house for a free consultation or do it on Zoom. And it just all starts with a complimentary design. And they don't want you to pick up or clean up. They want to see what's happening, what your needs are, what we can do better. And they have solutions that you would have never thought of. And you can visit them to set up your complimentary consultation at tcclosets.com and make sure you tell them Lori and Julia sent you. Shall we? Wouldn't that be good?
Yes.
Do you notice I have a little bit of a voice compared to last week? Oh my gosh.
What happened? You got it back.
Well, I'm on new steroids. I'm on new everything. I really am supposed to emote from my diaphragm, Lori, which is very hard to do. It's very hard to do. I want to also talk.
I don't think we've ever like spoken correctly as far as like using our diaphragm, talking into microphones. We've been doing it wrong all these years. How are we going to change?
Right, and this is why we can't sing, because we do everything from right here. We don't do it from the diaphragm. And I had this in 2013 where it was so bad I, like, would practice emoting and telling you about things, but it's so hard. But let's talk about Envision Distinctive Eyewear, because you have a new pair of shade glasses on today that are darling.
Yeah, I got my rose aviators on today, but I did a good bad thing. I got another pair of glasses. Oh, Julia, I
I'm
just couldn't
dying to go get some.
resist.
I just have to go get them. Would you tell me what they look like?
Yeah,
I
you
love you for
gotta.
this. I love it.
Well,
What do they
I
look
have
like?
wanted a pair of. I wanted a pair of kind of Elvis bigger style aviator that have like and I love a tinted glass. So I mean, I had a dream about the glasses.
After you
So of
saw them,
course
because you talked to me
I had
about
to get them.
these. You had to get it. Well, it was a good
Yeah.
dream then. The dream
It
came
was a
true.
good dream. The dream was you will buy those glasses and they will be worth it because you will love them. And then I'm going to take a pause because now I have 4 great glasses. And last Friday, I wore a pair of Fossifos frames that are 10 years old with the pink in them.
Mhm.
So, when you buy a great pair of glasses from InVision, where you're working with, eyewear designers that really craft extraordinary glasses made out of incredible materials and handmade, you're making an investment, but if you look at how long you'll end up wearing the glasses, it's nothing,
It's
and
nothing.
it's just a treat to be able to wear some like you've got I'm sure these are Envision
Mhm.
glasses
Mhm.
from a little bit ago. I
A
don't
little
know
bit
what kind
ago.
they are, but they're pretty on you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
hon. But you're right, and it's
Mhm.
it's really the people who work there are so fantastic. Go in, tell them Logie sent you, but they have 4 great locations. It's an investment, but it's an investment that you wear all the time, and it's comfort. It's comfort as well. You wanna be comfortable and look good in your
Yeah.
glasses, and that's what they can help you with. And, they're in the Galleria, they're at Grand Victoria, they're in Minnetonka, and they're also in the North Loop. And then I just have to say one thing about, Hair Restoration Institute of Minnesota. So there was a big article in Vogue about microblading, which is tattooing your scalp on women and men to make your hair look fuller. And Vogue had a story about it because it's for thinning hair, if that's your issue, and it makes it look thinner, hair look fuller, thicker. There's no surgery and or scabbing. The results are instantaneous. You leave the clinic looking great. It doesn't wash off. It doesn't disappear under bright lights. And actually, Nate shared a story that Michelle Tafoya did this because when she was doing all the reporting, when she was doing the sideline and working in the NFL, there were always bright lights on her head. So she did some microblading because it just shows like it looks like you don't have hair. And
Well, they
people
do it
are,
for eyebrows.
yes, they
That's where
do.
they did it for eyebrows. Remember,
Yes,
like people who had just thinning eyebrows,
yes.
and you're like, "What did you do?" I microbladed my eyebrows. So it
Hmm.
makes sense that you would be able to do that around your hairline to look full and lush.
Yes, and they specialize in scalp micro pigmentation. Am I saying it right? For women. Uh,
Pigmentation.
Thank you, pigmentation. And you can't spell hair without HRI. And you can visit them at hrimn.com. And again, the thing that I had done was the growth factor shots as well, which is another option. But the micro pigmentation stuff people are loving. I want to do it like that'd be a good thing. Gray hair wouldn't look so gray when it would grow in too. 'Cause it would blend a little better. I'm just thinking of other things. Alright, so
Right.
I have something for
Right.
people who are going to weddings and showers this summer. Mm.
Okay.
Okay, so this happened.
Having gone to 2 showers already this
I
year and 1 wedding
I
and planning for
been
another.
busy. Um, so what we recognized at the shower is my kids, um, Will and Lauren are on the website Zolo. Zolo, which is a popular one which people go to. And then from there, they do their registry, their RSVPs, blah, blah, blah. But the registries would go to
Uh-huh.
Target or Crate and Barrel, or wherever they do it. But after you buy the gift, let's say you buy the mixing bowls from Target, you are supposed to go back to Zola and say that you bought it. I never heard this before, but there were so many, there were 3 multiples, Lori.
Too
But I'm
much
just saying,
work.
but I'm just telling people this is a new thing that I don't know if it's just that site because I've never ever done this before, but there were duplicates. So I just want people to know when you buy it, you're already buying it, but you might have to go back to the original site to say you bought it. That was just a little tipperooski, Lori.
That's
Nothing
a
but that.
flaw in Zola.
I would agree 100%. I agree 100%. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like a pain in the butt for the bride, for
Like,
the person who
write the
buys the gift.
software. Yeah,
I
write
can't.
the software. I don't think I think the wedding knot used to automatically update it. And I don't know if that's around anymore so that it would update
The
the
knot.
registry.
It was called the knot.
The knot. Yeah, that's what it
Yes.
was.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
don't know if that's still around or not, but that's a flaw in that system.
I agree. But I just want people to know about it because it happened several times and it's kind of like a bummer. So just a little note when you're
Yeah.
buying gifts.
Yeah.
It's just a little tip. A
Right.
tip
Nobody
of
needs 3 sets of mixing bowls.
Right. And Lizzie bought pans off her because she got so many, she's like, I need some. I'll take them. So you can purchase the gifts at the shower from someone. But it was just kind of a bummer. And I thought, who would ever think to go back and check it again? I never would have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
note to self, note to
I don't
self. Okay, here's the deal. Did we talk
Did you
about
watch
Taylor
the
Swift?
Tonys?
No.
No,
Didn't
let's talk
even
about the Tonys.
didn't even know they were on.
Did you watch
How-
some of the clips?
No.
Julia,
I have
our
failed
girl
miserably.
Pink.
Well, I heard was phenomenal. I
But-
saw her Peter Pan stuff.
No, that was just a second. She
Okay.
opened the show with Lady Marmalade, and it was so fantastic. And it was so fantastic because she's a true theater geek. And I think of, Britney, Christina Aguilera, and Pink. And I remember thinking way back then, Pink is the one who is the powerhouse. I'm keeping my eye on her. She was the one I was just like, because she wrote such banger songs. And, I saw her at Target Field 3 years ago when she set
I
the
remember.
attendance record, and we've wanted her to open the Super Bowl, but she opened with Lady Marmalade, and they had Megan Thee Stallion came out, and
Right.
all these people from different shows came out and sang with her, and it was probably the best opening the Tonys have had in years.
Okay, I will watch that then.
It was so good. And then she did All That Jazz because they were honoring Chicago because I think it's been on Broadway for 25 years. And she came up out of the floor doing All That Jazz, with the Fosse, and just absolutely crushed it. And it was just like, when is she coming on Broadway? She needs to play Roxy Hart. I mean, she is such a powerhouse singer, and she was just so enthusiastic, and it just set the tone. It was really, really a fun show. I mean, John Lithgow won at the age of 80. He's the oldest Tony winner, and he won for a play called Giant, which is about Roald Dahl, who wrote James and the Giant Peach and Willy
Wonka, the Chocolate Factory,
and all of that, about taking a stand in 1933 about anti-Semitism. So he wins a Tony. There was a great performance from the Rocky Horror Picture Show and Luke Evans as Frankfurter.
I like him.
It was just fun. I mean, we sped forward over some things, but it was a woman wrote she's the first playwright since Wendy Wasserstein 40 years ago to win for Best Play.
Really?
A show called Liberation.
Okay.
That was really exciting. And my best dress was Leslie Manville in an orange sequin draped Loewe gown. It was just stunning. All the fashion was really good. I mean, it was good.
I
The
failed.
only thing that
Mhm.
I cringed is there's a Titanic show on Broadway.
Oh, there is? Okay.
And the woman who sings My Heart Will Go On, or the Celine Dion song, I was like, does she always make these faces when she's singing this song? It was really bad. It was really bad. And it was really bad. And I thought you're supposed to have the powerhouse singer for someone who was singing that. I just looked at my mom. I said, I can't watch this. For her sake, I can't watch this.
I'm embarrassed for her.
So
Secondhand
we
embarrassment. You're so funny. For her sake.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched
Yeah,
Club.
for
I
her
will now,
sake.
though. I just
Yeah,
No.
watch the All That Jazz Pink and watch that opening number. It is
Okay.
just fantastic. And yeah, Pink on Broadway. And it was fun to see a theater geek geeking out over Broadway. You know,
Fun.
and she
Yeah.
is a theater person, and apparently her daughter, the whole family was there. And ABC is officially canceled the Kelly Clarkson show, but they have not announced if Pink is taking that spot, or we don't know, but they just
We
made
don't
that
know.
official cancellation.
Right. And
Yeah,
we
but
were
the show,
speculating
her
because
show is officially canceled.
Pink has moved to New York, or it's just another home. We don't.
She moved to New York to practice for the Tonys. She probably
Okay.
has been there for like a month or something, and maybe the
Okay.
kids have gone back and forth with school. But it was
Right.
a tight a tight show, and just an absolute blast to watch. A
Gosh. All
joy to
right.
watch.
I missed the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was
All
doing.
right.
Lori, you lose track. I'm losing track of days right now a little bit. Although we know today is a day.
As you
A
should.
day in the week. Okay, well
That's
then
right.
go back to Broadway. So
Yeah.
the soft breakup, as you wrote, of Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater after 3 years.
Otherwise known as SpongeBob, because he played SpongeBob on Broadway.
Yeah, or a munchkin. I'm not surprised at all.
No, yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean,
No.
come on. They had a very messy beginning. They were
Mhm.
together. They met during Wicked. He was married. The wife had a 9-month-old baby.
Right.
She was married. It couldn't be any messier. But Ariana, you know, she's like a lot of women. 2 years, when the orgasmic haze is over, she's done with it. And she's
I'm
out
outta
of
here.
there.
I'm
And
outta
she's
here.
on tour, so she doesn't have time. They acknowledge that they broke up several months ago and they're still friends. Let me Hollywood speak that. They are not friends. And they probably broke up as soon as the Wicked for Good tour was
Yep.
over.
Exactly.
And she went off to film Meeting the Fockers. You know, it's like,
Meet the Fockers.
I don't know.
One iteration where she is
a new iteration where she's the granddaughter, and people are gossip genieing her and this guy that is going to be in this movie, but she is on tour right now, and it's a pretty big tour that she's on. Like, it's a worldwide thing, so she probably doesn't have time for anybody, unless maybe it's somebody who's in her band or something. But
she's a good actress.
or in her
Yeah.
crew.
I
Yeah.
think-
So anyway,
think-
I'm glad they broke up. It was doomed to end in tears. It was doomed. Come on.
It was doomed.
That was messy.
And then we had the hard launch of Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau. Do we care at all?
Was that a cringe?
Do we
I
even
watched
care?
them on the red carpet. Well, you know what? Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau, if they're happy, that's great. But she declared him on the red carpet at the Tribeca, whatever, maybe it's a film
yeah.
festival, the spring version. She's got a
Mhm.
documentary on her concert tour that, I don't know, was
If
around the
anyone
world.
will.
It wasn't in the States, I don't think.
Right.
But she declared him to be the love of her life.
Okay,
was
so
like,
now
okay.
how do you feel if you're well, I feel like Orlando Bloom was just dead weight. She was with him. That's her baby, Daisy's father, baby daddy. Orlando Bloom, to me,
Yeah.
he was hot with Keira Knightley in Pirates of the Caribbean so many years ago in like 2002. He did nothing but paddle around with his package in Italy. We saw him on a board every once in a while, paddling
Mhm.
naked or something. He doesn't fill a room with personality at all. You know?
No. Mm-mm.
So I could see
Yeah.
where maybe someone who's got a little this, got a little look, has a little, because Orlando Bloom just feels like dead weight to me.
Yeah.
I never understood
Yeah.
him. Did you?
Well, I cringed watching them on the red carpet. He was whispering things. They were touching foreheads, clasping hands. She had a very unfortunate dress on. I don't think they need to try that hard, but
Okay.
they were also in Sicily for Dua Lipa and Callum Turner's, their big wedding party that they had. So they
Yes.
were seen together there, and then came from Sicily right to New York, and probably inspired by the love that Dua and Callum had. And I mean, they had Elton John sing your song as she
Love
was
that.
walking down the aisle. How about that?
I love that.
How fun.
How fun
Yeah.
is that, right? Who's gonna sing Taylor
Mhm.
Swift down the island? And we learned last week, it's a rumor, we don't know. Is she getting married at Madison Square Garden? There's this whole 5-point
Well,
thing about it, why it makes sense in The Hollywood Reporter, I think.
it makes sense in that there's multiple entrances,
Yes. So for
and
security
it makes
purposes
sense.
alone.
Yes.
Mhm.
And also she has $1 billion, so she could make that look like a fairy tale land or whatever.
She could.
But
Like an intimate chapel.
she could.
I know.
Yes. But I also wonder if it's a decoy and the story that she's really getting married this Saturday in Rhode Island at some mansion that a woman moved her wedding from, but she signed an NDA. And June 13th is Saturday, and 13 is
Her
Taylor
number.
Swift.
That's her
That's her
number.
number, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. It seems like a big decoy. I did look up Madison Square Garden doesn't have anything going on like
July
from
4th.
July 2nd to
Yep.
no, a little bit longer than that.
Okay.
But again, maybe that's typical. I mean, I only know a little bit about Madison Square Garden from when Jean Smart's character, Deborah Vance, is trying to, book it for the, in Hacks. And they talk about, how hard it is to fill or whatever. So, I mean, Taylor Swift is very good at doing Easter eggs. So she maybe has planted a big Easter egg over there. But my first thought was Madison Square Garden. That sounds
Same.
horrible.
Same. And then
Yeah.
the other thing was the relationship that she could have, like what Billy Joel had with the owner of Madison Square Garden, that she could do residency there and just show up and it would sell out like that. People would just go and hear her concert so she wouldn't have to travel so much. I don't know. I can't imagine her getting married there. But who knows?
No, I can't either. But maybe they're having 2,000 people and they couldn't find the Waldorf
venue.
only holds 1,500. I don't know.
Can you imagine that wedding? Oh my gosh. Now that would be a wedding.
Did you watch Madonna's Confessions, her teaser video? Girl,
I saw Lori.
what have you been doing? Stop raking.
Working the fields, baking with Kay, cleaning, reading,
You gotta
driving,
watch this. It's
paying
14
bills.
minutes. She has
It's 14
amazing
minutes?
cameos in this 14
Okay.
minutes, a teaser.
Was this what?
you
Because
will
I
see
saw
a
her in
teaser.
Times Square. Was it her whole performance only 14
Yeah, that's
minutes?
her album is coming out.
I understand.
The second week in July. So that is, and she's always been, an out loud, longtime ally of the LGBTQIA
Pride.
community. She always.
Yes.
So it was just that was amazing stunt. I mean, I Sabrina Carpenter is in this video.
Okay.
Kate Moss is in it, and she's in it when there's a line in the things, hide the cocaine, as Kate Moss flips her hair.
Hysterical.
Benedict Cumberbatch,
Oh, wow.
Richard Grant. There are lots of little Easter eggs. It's very, very good. She's wearing kind of a 60s Bridget Bardot style blonde hair, and there is a dance scene with some drag queens, and you just were like, wow, Madonna is really tiny.
Oh, she's teeny.
Tiny. Even in her, although I wonder if she regrets those big butt implants. My Lord.
No.
I don't understand that BBL.
I don't understand.
I don't
Oh, God,
either.
remember how
I wonder what
obsessed.
it's like to sit on.
This is the thing that I wonder, is it really just comfortable to sit on a balloon? Two balloons? I mean, are you tippy if the wind blows? How do you balance? Because you don't have muscle there?
Well,
It's
you've
interesting.
sat on one of those things.
A
You've had
balloon?
children. What do you call those things? No, the pillows that you sit on when you have anything to do.
You don't sit on it. You use it on your tummy to hold your kids.
Right, but there's a thing.
The little rubber toilet seat.
There's
All right.
some kind
When you
of a
have your
thing that
baby,
you
your
sit
butt
on.
doesn't hurt. It's your crotch. Okay. So you sit
Yeah.
on. So I didn't sit on anything when I had my babies. I hurt my tailbone and I had
Okay.
to sit on a little rubber toilet seat thing. But still,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
get
to
it.
me
And
what it looks like.
Okay. I just don't understand that one, but I do think it'd be tippy. I think it'd be hard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, me either. Mm-mm. It's so noticeable. You can see the pads. You can see
It's
where the pads are.
it's
right
hard not
on
to
the
look at.
sides.
It's so hard not to look
She
at,
had
Lori.
such a
I go
great She
crazy.
had such a perfect body.
She does.
Anyway,
I know, but people, I know.
the video confessions, very good. And I'm wondering how she does know Pickles, Benedict Cumberbatch.
I don't know. I don't know.
It was just fun. It was just fun. That's another thing that you could watch should you have some time.
Should you have
I want
some
you to
time?
watch Pink first.
I'm going to be on YouTube. I'm going to be hanging out on YouTube. Heather what is it? Locklear? Heather Locklear, right? Who's dating the guy from Crested
Lorenzo Lamas.
Yes.
Falcon
She was
Crest,
on
Julia, not Crested Falcon, Falcon Crest. Okay.
This is why you're my partner.
I love that she and Lorenzo Lamas are doing this. They were in a hot Playboy spread together back in the 80s.
Were they really?
Yes, but she wasn't
never knew
naked or
this.
anything, but it was like a pool thing, but they were both involved with other people. And I'm glad she dumped that high school boyfriend of hers who tried to. They were not good together.
No, and he was a druggie, and so she just kind of talks about. She seems happy and sober. I mean, she struggled.
Yes.
She struggled.
Yeah, her daughter with Richie Sambora, they got married at the Rosewood Miramar, which is like between Carpinteria and Montecito. Just an absolutely beautiful hotel. And I saw her with Lorenzo Lamas, and I was like, I like these two. He's handsome. She's gorgeous, but they both come from the same era. I mean, he has kind of a crazy train wreck of a life behind him with
what happened to
different
him?
ex-wives.
Yes.
I think he had the, drugs, alcohol, women,
right.
Too much, the fame. He's from a Hollywood family. They both live up in Calabasas, and so they can relate, and they know each other going back to the 80s and this hot Playboy spread that they did together in bathing suits. Because if you remember, he was gorgeous. And when his daughter, Shane Lamas, had a reality show following The Bachelor.
Yes, Shane.
And her dad showed up, and he was dating this woman, or maybe married to his fourth wife or something, and you could just see that it was not going to end well.
Oh, Lori, thank you for reminding me of Shane, because I'm like, where have we seen this? What is going on? And speaking of housewives, okay, so I don't know if you're caught up on Rhode Island Housewives. Are you caught up? The Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Behind, or at least this
then
past
I will
Sunday.
wait. Then we'll wait, because you'll want to catch up. But I am telling you, that show is addicting. It's fabulous. And Liz, who we love, goes into something that she like loses consciousness, I feel like. She loses herself and just turns into a witch right in front of your face.
Liz is the one who looks like Dolores from New Jersey. They're the friends. And do you notice?
Plastic surgery adjacent.
Are they cousins?
No.
Oh, okay.
There was a word I used like last week or something in our podcast, that they're plastic surgery adjacent, because they went to the same plastic surgeon. So did we, but we don't look like.
They don't even need Dolores. Remember, they cast her as a friend of the show. She's been on so little because those ladies are bringing it, and they don't need Dolores.
They don't, but she becomes part of the story. When you catch up, we'll talk about it, because they're doing something that's kind of interesting. But speaking of interesting, let's talk about lady hormones, and let's talk about man hormones, and let's just talk about premenopause, perimenopause, postmenopause, menopause, and how it messes with your life. And who was I talking to recently that's just like, this is horrible what's going on. I'm like, and get help right now. Get help right now.
Yeah, it can be a nightmare. And
and Dr. Lisa
at Lake Med Spa
can help you out, because she has spent years committing herself to studying what happens, because there was nothing when she was an OBGYN and women at the time would come and say, well, what am I going to do? I don't feel good. Well, we don't have any options. And really is dedicate her practice to that and to beautiful ways to make your skin look beautiful outside of just hormones. And it's at lakemedSpa.com. But call for a consultation. And she's compassionate. She understands what's going on. She works with both men and women at all stages in life. And your hormones are such a big part of who you are from a cell, just basic cell perspective, that it's something, if you haven't thought about or people have blown you off before, please give them a buzz and
Yeah, you
look
don't have
into
to
it.
suffer. You do
You
not have
don't.
to suffer.
You don't.
Mhm.
And I don't know that we've announced our Croatia trip yet to everybody, Lori, but
Oh.
because that's coming up, so watch for that.
Contact Borton overseas?
Yeah,
Okay.
anyone who's traveled with us before has first rights of refusal, but we're going to Croatia next April on this trip, and there's a pre-trip, a post-trip, there's a trip, and just amazing things. I got so excited about our itinerary, and Borton Overseas has curated a beautiful trip. BortonOverseas.com for information, but also if you want to go to a different destination that they, a lot of people are interested in African safaris. My gosh, they do an amazing job for people. And if there's another destination that they have where a small group is going, you can also join up with that.
Sexy Scandinavia. We didn't know how sexy Scandinavia was. That was Stockholm and Copenhagen and Oslo, amazing cities.
And the
It should
fjords,
be right up there with London and Paris.
I'm telling you, I agree. I still can't stop thinking about how fantastic that trip was and everything we saw. My friend was doing business over in Sweden, and I'm like, oh, you're so lucky. Isn't it just fabulous? But anyway, BortonOverseas.com. Make sure you say Lori and Julia sent you. How about that? What's coming out too is the new Legally Blonde prequel. The trailer just dropped for Elle, which comes out on Prime July 1st, which I hope that'll be good.
Looks cute.
It
looks good.
That was such a good show.
It does look good. And Reese Witherspoon is producing it. So, it looks real good. I watched the trailer too this morning. I was like, that looks good.
It looks so good. Okay, what is the book that you're obsessed with that you're reading? Because I started a good one too.
Oh, I'm reading the best book.
Okay, what is
I'm going to put this right up there with The Correspondent. This book made me think of you.
Me?
And that's the name of the book. This book made me think of you is the name of the
I thought you were
title.
thinking of me. I'm like, me? Okay, this book.
Yeah, and it is wonderful. It is so, so good. So the story starts out, Tilly, Matilda Nightingale, gets a note to go to this bookshop. Her husband who died, this is like on the second page, so this is not a spoiler,
Yep.
has left her. She gets this note that she's to pick up a book at the bookstore. They met at a bookstore.
Okay.
And every month of the year, he's left her a book and a letter. It is so beautiful. It is so moving. It is about grief. It is about life. It is about the love of reading, but it is absolutely, absolutely fantastic and right up there with The Correspondent or Evelyn Hugo or The Nightingale. It's just going to enchant you and keep you captivated. I absolutely I did not want to put it down. I was like sad when the plane landed today because I was like, oh. But yeah, I can't think of the author's name, but the name of the book is called This Book Made Me Think of You. Highly recommend.
I read a book like that, and it was written by, and it was an Indian couple who the woman passed, and her husband, to get to know her better, started reading the books she would read for book club. Kind of the same thing. And I think it's the book list, but it's not. It's got a yellow cover. But I think that sounds good. I forgot my Kindle at the cabin, and I'm going crazy because I'm in the middle of reading.
Oh, don't you hate that?
Yeah. I'm like, but I started another one. I found another book because remember, I didn't read a lot of them, Lori. I've got
a lot at your house.
I've got a ton, but the one that I'm reading now,
never finished.
I know, but I'm reading them. Is it's called you might have read this, Into the Blue by Emma Brodie, Into the Blue by Emma Brodie. It's good. It's good. And I started The Book Witch, which is good. I love reading so much, but leaving your Kindle is a nightmare because Casey lost his on the plane, right? I mean,
He
that's a
left it on the
nightmare.
plane coming
That's
back
a
from
nightmare.
Montana. We had a bet. I said, I bet they find 2 to 3 Kindles every flight
Oh, I was
in the
thinking,
pocket.
yeah. Gosh, well, there was just too many things to gather up with Mom and everything else, on the
When you
plane.
find a Kindle, can you just start reading the books on it?
You know what? Because there's no
Oh,
password.
why not?
There's no password, but I don't
Yeah.
know how you would hook up your Kindle to get new books put in.
Right.
So
Right.
you'd have to have some sort of a
Well,
passcode. Return them.
if they get Casey's Kindle, they'll see all my good books on there. He has a lot of like Viking and old detective stories, and we don't often read the same books, but anyway, I just was wondering about that. I thought, yeah, I bet the people who clean the planes find a lot of Kindles.
But I think that would be one thing to put your name on and your phone number, the Kindle cover,
Maybe
because
maybe
people
I
can't
don't
really
know.
use those. So that would be a good thing to return. I don't know. Who knows, Lorraine?
Yeah. Remember,
Who knows?
I remember I had a secretary once, and she had one of those things, those tape things, because I don't know if we used it for a file, and it would punch out letters and numbers. You'd punch it out, and then you could stick the tape on something. It was like, I mean, I think about some of these crazy things, and she'd just like be
Labeler.
punching out so you could have a title, a label thing.
I love a labeler. Listen, one thing not to get, Lori, is a new copy machine because we changed our internet and I needed to just make a copy. And I think I aged 20 years in the half an hour that I was trying to program it. And I
Setting
still
it
can't.
up? Yeah.
I already set it up, but we changed our internet and now I can't change it. And it takes so much patience and so many different apps and things that I
Gives me a
gave.
headache just thinking about it.
Uncle. So
Mhm.
don't buy. I mean, all this stuff that we have to do on apps and do all these things. I just wanted to make a damn copy. I literally, if anyone would have seen me, they would have thought, what is wrong with that lady? I was stomping. I burst out in tears because I was so frustrated. And I'm like, it's a copy. Anyway, you're good not having one, Lori.
That's why I'm
And raising
friends
your
with all the
hand.
people at Postmates.
Well, I
That's
had
my
one,
office.
a very new
That's
good
where I
one.
print stuff.
I know, Postmates.
Yeah.
I don't know people, and then I think of my mom, how crazy she must go with everything. It's crazy. It's crazy making. All right, what do you
Does
want to
your
say?
mom
Anything?
have a printer?
You know she does, but she knows how to use hers, and she hasn't. Just I'm
Good Lord.
crazy. No, I'm crazy. What's
The only
on
thing I wanted to say, and I know you didn't see this because you didn't watch anything because you were busy up at your cabin, but there is a picture of Angelina Jolie
I saw it,
playing
and I don't care.
pickleball
I don't care. Blah blah blah
in
blah blah.
baggy pants and a sun hat, playing with her sun packs against Billie Eilish's parents. I decided that you would get a kick out of it because I know you don't like Angelina, and she looks so silly. Like no one told her you can't wear a big floppy beach hat and flowy pants. But I was like, she's out there, she's doing it. But I thought, oh,
It was a
Julia will feel
fundraiser.
joy
It's
when
a
she sees how
fundraiser.
goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it, of course, and I saw Brad Pitt at the tennis, Roland Garros at the French Open
Yeah.
finals.
Oh, he looked rough, man.
Oh, I thought he looked like a snack and a half. I can't. He's so
Really?
beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, Lori.
I
And
don't.
he's still with that young gal.
The Heidi Fleiss girlfriend.
Yeah.
The Heidi Fleiss girlfriend. I can't with those two. He needs a new one. Jeez Louise.
He's a serial
But they have a
monogamous.
contract. Yeah, they have a contract.
They do not. So you're saying he was never in love with Angelina?
No, they were in love. That's why they're still so contentiously fighting, over Miraval now.
Yeah, he broke her heart.
Listen, you sell your wife the estate for $1 and you put it in legal writing as a wedding gift. Yes.
If she doesn't like you, she's going to sell it to the worst enemy you have.
No, she sold it to the Stoli group.
Mm-hmm.
She did not want to be in the liquor business with her husband, who was an alcoholic. That's a fair point.
And in recovery,
She wanted
that's
out.
a fair point too.
And he could have bought it from her, but he didn't want to because he was mad that he gave it to her as a wedding present in exchange for $1, something his lawyer said, "Are you crazy?"
This is a
And
lesson.
couldn't talk him out of it.
What's the big lesson here?
Mm-hmm.
Don't give away things in an orgasmic case.
That.
Don't do things in an orgasmic case. Run it by one other person. And that's like that woman who wrote the book in New York, who
Belle Burden, Strangers.
Yes. Who listened to her husband in an orgasmic haze and used all of her money and signed something that said anything he makes while they're married is his. He and her brother, who's an attorney, she was an attorney. Everyone advised her against it, and she still did it. Your family has, listen. It's time to go
Try, especially listen to the people you're paying to give you advice.
Right.
And then even more so, a family member who's in that same profession. I mean, that would be nice if we had a lawyer in the family, wouldn't it?
Well, we did. My dad.
We don't have one.
No.
Yeah, your dad was the.
We could use a lawyer. I'm going to tell my kids to
one.
rethink their fiancés, and we need an attorney.
Maybe they're going to law school.
We still have some younger ones. I'm going to go back to law school. That's what my next. I got to go because my class is coming up. Tort Law 101. I got to go. Listen, have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with us. Of course, you can follow us, like us, share it with other people. And we so appreciate it. And we so appreciate if you support our sponsors, because without them, we wouldn't be here.
Yes, we do.
What do we say? Ciao, Bella?
All right. See you later.
Arrivederci.
Ciao, Bella.
There you go. Bye-bye.